You come to America's great cities for the dream, Los Angeles for the sun, San Francisco for the Golden Gate, New York for the energy. You expect landmarks, museums, and life, but not the other city, the one of tents and cardboard shelters. The shock creeps in slowly. At first, you look away, thinking it's an isolated incident. But soon, the scale is impossible to ignore. Blocks of blue tarps in LA, suffering in San Francisco's Tenderloin, families in New York's subway tunnels. This isn't an accident, it's a system of failure. The contrast is jarring. Luxury boutiques beside people searching trash for food, theaters next to makeshift beds. The city's bright lights cast the darkest shadows. Wealth and poverty exist side by side, a paradox that gnaws at you. This is the hidden crisis that's now impossible to miss. It spills into streets, parks, and under freeways, a quiet epidemic turned roar. For travelers, it's a disturbing backdrop. For those living it, it's survival. For cities, it's a defining challenge. The illusion of prosperity is shattered, revealing a raw, uncomfortable truth. This truth demands to be seen and confronted. It's not just their problem. It's ours. The American dream is shadowed by a reality we can no longer ignore. Walking these cities is no longer just about sightseeing, it's about navigating human despair. In San Francisco, a simple walk turns into a journey through occupied doorways and cluttered sidewalks. You try not to stare, but you can't look away. The anxiety is constant. You're told which streets to avoid, but the crisis is everywhere, even in daylight. In LA, tents line Venice Beach, blurring paradise and desperation. The postcard view is overshadowed by tragedy. Local businesses put up barriers, public bathrooms are locked. Benches are made impossible to sleep on. The city hardens itself against its most vulnerable. As a visitor, you feel sympathy but also tension from locals and business owners. Even buying coffee is complicated by the reality outside the door. The beauty of these cities remains, but now it's filtered through suffering. The images stay with you long after you leave. The vacant stares, the exhausted faces. These are the souvenirs you didn't ask for. For many, the American dream is just a story about a place they can see but never reach. The crisis changes not just what you see, but how you see. It's impossible to unsee. Marcus, once a cook in New York, lost his job and savings to rising rent. Now, the street is his home. "I never thought this would be me," he says. Maria in LA lives in her car with her children, working full-time, but unable to afford rent after a medical bill. "I'm doing everything right, but we still can't afford a roof," she says, tears in her eyes. David in San Francisco aged out of foster care, struggling with mental health and no support network. Employers won't hire him without an address. He's trapped in a cycle. The system meant to protect him failed, leaving the street as his only option. These aren't stories of people who gave up, they're stories of people pushed out. There's the veteran haunted by war, the family who lost their home to fire, the senior priced out by rising rents. They're not faceless statistics, they're mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. They had jobs and homes until they didn't. Each story is a universe of bad luck, broken systems, and impossible choices. The line between stability and the street is thinner than we think. Their voices are a testament to how quickly life can unravel. The crisis is personal, not abstract. These stories demand empathy, not judgment. They show us the human cost of a broken system, and they remind us it could happen to anyone. The crisis is driven by housing costs that far outpace wages. In cities like San Francisco, New York, and LA, even modest apartments are unaffordable. Decades of underbuilding affordable housing and a focus on luxury units have squeezed out low-income renters. One missed paycheck or medical bill can mean eviction. Mental health care is another failure. Community centers were never fully funded, leaving many with nowhere to go. The streets and jails have become our default mental institutions. Work has changed. Too. Stable jobs are gone, replaced by low-wage, insecure gigs. Millions live on the edge, one crisis away from disaster. The social safety net is frayed, offering little cushion. These forces, unaffordable housing, failed mental health care, and precarious work, create a perfect storm. They feed off each other, trapping people in cycles that are hard to escape. Once on the street, every problem gets worse. The crisis isn't about laziness. It's about a system failing at every turn. The storm keeps growing because we haven't fixed the root causes. City leaders face pressure from all sides. Residents want clean streets, advocates want humane solutions. The most visible response is the sweep police clear encampments, but people just move elsewhere. Sweeps are a costly temporary fix that destabilize lives and erode trust. They make it harder for outreach workers to help. More constructive are shelter expansions, converting hotels into temporary housing, giving people privacy and access to services. These programs help, but demand far outstrip supply. The real solution is permanent supportive housing, affordable homes with on-site services. This model works, but progress is slow, blocked by bureaucracy, funding gaps, and community opposition. For every person helped, many more wait. The scale of the problem dwarfs the pace of solutions. We know what works, but we're not doing it fast enough. The crisis persists because our response is too small for the challenge. Until we scale up, the cycle continues. It's easy to distance ourselves, to believe those on the street are different, but this crisis is about all of us, a reflection of our values and priorities. Suffering amid wealth indicts our choices as a society. A city is defined by all its people, not just its monuments. When many live in public squalor, the health of the whole city is at risk. The tension and sadness seep into public spaces, changing the city for everyone. This crisis is a mirror, showing what happens when housing is a commodity, and mental health care is neglected. The people on the street are the human result of distant policy decisions. The same pressures threaten millions more. Most of us are closer to the edge than we think. Their struggle is a more visible version of anxieties many feel. We're all connected. Ignoring the crisis only lets it grow. A society is judged by how it treats its most vulnerable. When we allow neighbors to live and die on the streets, it diminishes us all. This isn't someone else's problem. It belongs to all of us. The scale of the crisis can feel overwhelming, but hopelessness is a luxury we can't afford. Change is possible. We know what works. It takes political will, community investment, and a shift in perspective. Housing must be treated as a basic right. Cities must build affordable housing, cut red tape, protect tenants, and fully fund mental health care. We need job training and a living wage, but we can't wait for politicians. Change starts with us. Acknowledging the humanity of those on the street matters. Support local organizations, advocate for better policies, choose compassion over indifference. This is a moral challenge, not just a policy problem. The cost of inaction is far greater. Lost lives, broken communities, a tarnished national soul. The people on the street haven't given up hope. We owe it to them, and ourselves, to join the fight and keep the American promise alive for everyone.